For your own closing statements is a question for mayoral candidates, which you'll have 90 seconds to answer, and it's in two parts, which is for you to please tell our audience what experiences and credentials from your present track record support your ability to manage the city of Trenton, and as a caveat to that, what do you do when your plans don't pan out? How do you approach failure? And Ms. Horton-Latigue will begin that.
Failure is an inevitable part of success. It happens to everybody in every job. My credentials are listed, and I'm going to ensure that each of you have the opportunity to review. I'm a political science major from Elizabeth City State University in North Carolina. I have a master's degree in administration from Fair. I worked in the city as a council member for 12 years. I understand, have been engaged, and am very familiar with municipal government and its budget, particularly its structural deficit, which is important when we talk about a platform as a mayoral candidate. I have over 13 years of experience as an executive working at the Mercer County Board of Social Services, dealing with Mercer County, particularly Trenton's most vulnerable population. And so you understand, the most vulnerable population is not people who need welfare, it's senior citizens. It's everybody. It's everybody and anybody in the community. And I want to tell you a little bit more about how those programs work later. But I am prepared. I have the executive experience. I know this community. I lived in it. I went to Cadwater School. I went to Junior 5, which is now Revere. I graduated from Trenton Central High School. I know what Tornado Alley means.
My slogan is "We lift Trenton together," so I think it's important that the next mayor work with the various groups and the state levels and the county levels to make sure that we can pull this city together and to move ahead. I have 22 years as an assemblyman representing the Capital District. I've worked intimately on the state and local level to make sure that we got state aid. Unfortunately, we got a pitfall in the last 8 years of the Christie administration, but I look forward to working in a partnership with our new governor. I worked with citizen groups when the high school's money got taken away from us to make sure that it got restored. As far as illegal dumping, I was there on ground zero on the Martin Luther King School when it was being built. We found out that hazardous waste was being dumped on the grounds of the Martin Luther King School, and many people just said, let it go, it's just a school. We got the state to tear down the frame of the new school and start again after they had removed the hazardous waste. I also worked with community groups in the state to make sure that there would be a residential tract once we cleaned up the Magic Marker site. So I have the experience of working with the various levels of government. I think we need someone who can pull the city together and make sure that we have a better city, whether we talk about economic development, public safety, or education.